Welcome back to the channel. We are going over the December 2024 stats. The December 2024 stats so that you guys know what you can do for your January, February, spring, first quarter of 2025. And we're bringing on Miss Leslie Huntington. And stick around to the end of the video because we'll be talking to you also about new builders and how much they have been a part of 2024. And if you should probably pay attention to them in 2025. And as we always like to say on our channel, let the show begin because we're getting after it right now. So, welcome back to the channel. We are back together with Miss Leslie Huntington in regards to stats. You know, when you see Leslie and I together, it is stat time here on the channel, and we're going over December 2024. The year is done, so happy New Year to everyone. I hope the holidays have been fantastic. And let's just jump straight in, Les. So, we'll just take them into stats for December and we'll take them over to a few or a little bit of information in regards to new homes as well. But we're going to jump into Google in that regard to show you what we're finding out with the stats as far as the new homes.
Okay. Happy New Year, everybody. December, the number of units sold, and just as a reminder, we're only talking about single family here, not condos, townhouse, high rise. So the number of new listings sold was 1811, up 10% from November. Good news there. Up 19.3% from the prior December. So good news on the number of units sold. Number of new listings taken was 1,754, down 18% from November. However, up 16.9% from December of 2023. The other good
Interesting that
news.
both of those things we still are seeing then from those two columns a lot of growth from still December of 2023 last year. We saw growth.
Yes,
Bottom line, yeah, on both of those.
definitely saw growth. A good year for 2024.
Good, good.
The other good news is a median sales price, 475.
Mm-hmm.
Don't panic, it was only down a little bit from November, 1%,
Right.
negligible. However, up again from December, 5.6%.
Yeah.
So all these numbers are trending upwards from December of 2023.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good stuff because a lot of people with that whole thought process of let's wait, prices are too high, prices are too high. We're still seeing over that year increase in value, increase in equity, and everything else from all of these different categories. So again, for those folks that are out there, should we wait? Should we buy? So forth and so on. You're still seeing some strong numbers. You're still seeing returns, and people are still jumping in and they're getting those returns while a lot of people are sitting on the sidelines, not being a part of the market and not seeing these returns. So, if we're not seeing these returns, then are we losing these returns by waiting longer to get into the market?
Yes. And then, yeah, you know me, don't wait. I mean, people that sit around and wait usually look back and wonder what the heck they were waiting for.
Yeah, and I know you guys
Um,
hear this all the time. It's that idea of trying to time the market. Timing the market kind of stuff is that mentality almost like a stock market. Home or housing is not stocks. Houses you have to look at over a long period of time. Housing market is going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to go sideways, it's going to stay flat, it's going to shoot up, it may
yeah,
drop down one day or whatever it may be. But at the same time, when you look at that over the aggregate, you still will see a progression and an increase over those years where you have seen nothing but your equity grow. Again, we can never guarantee equity, but in aggregate over time, it's always trending upwards in regards to the growth and equity that's there. Okay.
yeah. And so with that said, I want to say that the people that were bought over the last couple of years that were at, 6% um, interest rate,
Yeah.
they have seen their home's value go up over the last couple of years by about 8% on average
Hmm.
over that last 2 years.
Yeah.
If you bought a $400,000 home with that 6%, then you had a gain of about $32,000. And
Wow.
I don't think that's bad for 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So then not only that gain though, Les, but like we said as well, the average house has also gone up. So those people have seen a gain as far as the value of their home, but the people that haven't purchased have seen a more expensive house come on the board as well. And like you said, what that since 2022?
Yes.
Since 2022, that interest rate, we've been pretty locked in at 6%, 7% kind of
Yeah.
inflation. So people are really starting to get used to that 6 and 7% they're maintaining. We're seeing we're not doing too much of a jump up or a jump down in that sense. Uh,
Well, and I'll go, sorry for interrupting. I'll go back to that sitting and waiting. If you sat and wait, you wouldn't have had that gain of 32,000 on a
Correct.
400,000.
And yeah, definitely 100%. So wouldn't have had that increase in price, and you wouldn't have been able to get a great interest rate in that sense. So again, these interest rates, we can never guarantee what the Fed's going to be doing out there. And again, I want people to really understand what the Fed does with the rate is completely different from what a mortgage rate is. We always get those two things sort of kind of confused.
Yeah.
Rate versus a mortgage rate is completely two different things. Mortgage rate is more locked in on that 10-year yield, more so than locked in or connecting with what's regard to what the feds are doing. Mortgage rates have almost factored in the expectation of what the feds are doing already in their mortgage rate. If that makes any sense, hopefully people are understanding and hearing that. So when people are going like, well, why didn't the mortgage rate go down since the feds just adjusted the rate? Because the mortgages have already factored that in. We've already been seeing that expectation and that gain of what the feds were doing already locked into the mortgages. So I hope people are really understanding that and getting that. Now,
Well,
what we
go
just
ahead. Sorry.
really quickly, what we are seeing though, however, is some of the sellers and some of the builders, they are helping our buyers get some of those rates down from the 6.5s, the 6.7s, down to even some into the fives. So we're still seeing people getting great deals now. Now, if we continue to wait, like most people are thinking, will those sellers, will those builders be willing to continue those kind of incentives moving into the spring, moving into the summer of this year? I don't think so. But nonetheless, your thoughts, Les.
Well, a lot of the builders are giving you like a 3 year buy down at like 5 3/4.
Mhm.
And I mean, if you look at what's happened though over that last 2 years, and you did have a 6% and you had that 32,000 equity, you're going to get to the point faster where you could do a refi
Yeah,
if you need to, and you locked in at that, at a higher rate, and you've
100.
got a buy down,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. And if a lot of this is flying over your heads, guys, and maybe we're moving too fast on some of this stuff, please reach out to us. We really want to make sure that we can sit you down and really educate you to make sure that we can put a plan together for you that works for you. If it does not work for you, no worries. We can at least shake hands and we'll meet up when you guys are ready. But if for
Yeah,
some reason this does work for you, we want to help you take advantage of this. Because again, like we're stating here, we feel like the ability to make your deals right now is still very much on the table. But when more and more people start to come back into this market, springtime, maybe the interest rates adjust a little bit more, that's going to be more buyers. And with builders knowing that more buyers are going to come into the market, they're going to start slowly stepping away from incentives. Definitely what was
hmm
happening in November and December, those incentives are gone because those builders wanted to close their books out at the end of the year. So those incentives are gone. Those 20,000, $30,000 they were giving towards closing costs and things like that. We're starting to see those things slip away. So again, this is that opportunity where we are encouraging people to at least meet with us. Let's sit down, talk your situation
yeah,
out, see the opportunities, talk to a lender, and then from there, you make your decisions. We're not here to convince people to buy or sell a property. We're here to help educate people and walk alongside them when they're ready to make the decisions after they've gathered all their information. Okay. So anything else on this, Les, before we maybe jump over to the new build stuff that we want to throw at them really quickly as well?
well, I just wanted to talk about, the effective amount of availability. we've still got 2.7, months
Yeah,
of effective inventory.
yeah,
Um, Down from November, okay, but still up from 2023.
yeah,
So again, all those numbers from 2023 trended up for 2024.
yeah.
Time on the market's down a little bit. That's expected historically for the holidays. So still though, 50% of the homes that came onto the market sold within that first 30 days.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Still good numbers.
Yep. In what last year they were November 2024, rather, I should say the last month, they were saying it was 57.9. Yeah, that was much higher, but still again, we're finishing up around 57.6. That's probably the first little one that's a little bit down than
Yeah,
the year before, but still that's a great number. 57, more than half of the market is still moving within the first 30 days. That's why a lot of people are experiencing, especially with some of our listings, some of our sellers. We're seeing some of those sellers that aren't able to get those properties moved as quickly as we can. We have people that we're helping in California. We have some folks that we're doing some probates with, all those different types of things, taking us a little bit more time to get some properties sold. While on the other side, we're seeing some of those other properties that are priced well, that are in great
yeah.
locations. We're seeing those properties that are priced well, great locations,
And great condition.
great condition. Exactly. All of those things, those three factors are vital, and those will keep you in that 30 days or less
Yeah,
move of the market. But if we have any kind of fluctuation, confusion in regards to price, in regards to condition, in regards to if the location's okay, we may sit on the market a little bit
yeah,
longer than normal right now. And I know we've
definitely.
been spoiled. We've been spoiled. We've been thinking things should move in 7 days. We should get off the market in 7 days.
With multiple offers,
Right, exactly.
yes.
We're seeing some
Yeah,
of our properties sit out there for 120 days,
yeah.
190 days. Those used to be the normal kind of expectation, 3, 4 months
Mm-hmm.
before we got the property sold. So again, nothing to be too concerned about for those properties that are sitting a little bit longer, but you definitely want to look at condition, price, location, all those types of things in regards to if your property has been sitting out there, and you need to, more importantly, make adjustments after you've gathered that information.
If you need to move in 30 days, then you need to look at all of those factors. It always comes down to price, location, and condition.
Right.
Those are the things that determine whether your house sells a little quicker than another home.
Correct. 100%. Good. I like it. I like it. Yeah, good stuff. So I still think that we're trending upwards in that sense. Yes, we want more inventory, all that kind of great stuff. I still feel like
Yeah,
there's inventory. It's going to start coming into the market. I feel like that will be there, but don't hold out for you thinking that your dream home is going to pop on the market, because as soon as your dream home pops on the market, the other 15, 20 people that have been waiting for it are going to be looking at it as well.
yeah.
So that kind of
And
situation.
actually saving a little bit more money over a 6 month period could probably and possibly,
Mhm.
most likely, cost you more in the purchase price of your home.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. We have a lot of people
That's
saying that.
not always a great strategy to try to save a little bit more
Right.
because could end up costing you more.
Yeah, because you lose on the incentives, you lose on price, and everything else, and definitely lose from competition being out there as well. So then let's sneak them over to a little bit of the new build chit chat. How you think we're ready for that now?
I'm ready.
Okay, good. So then we'll move over from here.
Okay,
So
while
again,
you're moving over, then I will talk about what is on the forefront for 2025 for new home sales and single family starts. They're expected to improve. Builders plan to construct about 1.1 million homes this year, 2025, at an increase of about 13.8% over 2024. So they're looking to build more properties, which will more than likely increase the sales of new home construction for the
100.
year.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, for sure. And we have an administration. I would believe both administrations would have been very positive when it comes to home building, home construction, and everything else. So again, we do feel like we're going to have a great year. Usually, as we know, after each of these elections and everything that happened, all that craziness, now that all that's done, we still see a wonderful increase in regards to home sales and everything else. So we're expecting that same thing. So many people are out there, so many of the pundits out there, people people are talking about it are definitely expecting that same increase. And then in regards to what happened with our new builds last year, Les, for the new construction of 2024, we saw that as far as the construction starts and the levels and all those different types of things as it states here, 2024 residential construction starts were expected to return to more normal levels from 9 to 10,000 per quarter. Yet at the same time, new home sales for 2024 are higher than the previous 2 years. So higher than 2023, higher than 2022, higher, with 7,504 net sales year to date, which is a 504 net sales year to date, which is a 17% higher increase than 2023. That's great. So everybody out there that's saying the market's going to crash, we're ready to fall, all that kind of good stuff, 17% higher in 2024 than we had in 2023. And we're expecting not necessarily 17%, but we're still expecting a nice increase this year and years to come as well. New homes market share. September 2024, new homes made up 30.3% of all closing. They were a third of the market, meaning that people that were buying homes last year, 30%, 30.3% came from new home builds. So with that, guys, just reminders, when it comes to working with new builds, you want to make sure you are connecting with us as your real estate agent, connecting with us so we have your lender ready to go before you go into a new home construction. Before. There's a lot of new wonderful rules, especially with the NOJ, the NOJ, the
The
Department
DOJ
of
and the NAR.
DOJ and the NAR, the DOJ and the NAR. With that settlement that has happened, we have to do what's called a buyer broker agreement. We've always done them in years past. We've always done a buyer broker, even before this. We've always done it. We want our clients knowing what the expectation in regards to cost could possibly be, where those costs could come from, and we have to have that signed before we take them into a property or even virtually show you a home.
Yeah.
That has to be shown before and done before. No, you can walk into a new build and all that kind of stuff without that, but at the same time, when you walk into these new builds, are you walking in with someone that's going to have your best interest at heart? That's why we really want you to make sure you connect with us first. We'll get you in there. We'll get you into those properties, but reach out to us first. Again, 30.3% of people close with new construction. So we did a lot of new construction last year with our clients, but we were able to get in there and help them and get the best deals for them by walking in with them first. Okay.
Yeah, because there's things that we're going to know to coach you on and to ask on your behalf that you're not even going to think of.
Correct.
And just a reminder, that person sitting behind the desk when you walk in there is not there for you. They're
Right.
there representing the builder.
Yeah.
So they're not going to offer up. And if you don't know to ask, you could miss out on some incentives.
Some great opportunities, some great money back in your pocket. And when the crap hits the fan, that person sitting behind the desk is going to be more leaning towards the seller, the home builder. They're going to be protecting
Mhm.
their interest more than they will be protecting yours. So you want to make sure you have that interest in someone protecting your interest. So reach out to us. We'd love to be able to be of assistance. I really think that's it, Les. Nice and
I do
wonderful.
too.
Sort of kind of maintaining, doing its thing. Reach out to us, guys, if you have any questions about these wonderful stats. I know we may have talked about a few things that may have gone a little bit over your head. Please reach out to us. We'd love to sit down with you and do a consultation. Make sure you really get an understanding. You may not need to save as much money as you think you need to save. You may not need to take 6 months to save, like Leslie was saying. You may be losing out because the price may be going up and incentives may be going away by trying to take that time to do that save. So with that, we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for your time.